Hello, my Scorpios. This is Zaida Velgara from Becoming I Am, here with the astrology of January, February, March of 2026. Now, 2026 is the year number one, the beginning of a new cycle. It's a combination of one, the magician, and zero, the fool. Having that leap of faith, but also having tools that you collected throughout these last 9-year cycles, right? And so, having that in mind, I want to see the overall theme of January, not only January, but of 2026. And then I'll go through January, February, March separately with Santero. Okay? So, let's find out about this. For my Scorpios, what do we have to tell them? Bittersweet. I got this for another sign. I just can't remember who it was. So, bittersweet, sweet, and it's blue. So, this is talking about what you say, throat chakra kind of energy, but also it can be like seeing things depending on how you're seeing the blue, if you're seeing blue or indigo. But bittersweet for me tells me that you're going to be vocalizing some things that are your truths, and they will bring you some joy to reveal them. But at the same time, there's like some sadness and a little bit of resentment behind it, because you know that things aren't going to be the same after this like reveal is the best way to explain it. That's interesting. That one's giving me this energy of, some news, and you're going to say it, and it's going to feel bittersweet. Look at this. Square, semi-square, quin connects. Oh my God, I don't even. And it says in the bottom, tension. See, I told you, bittersweet. The birds are clashing. It's like, I wanted to show you something. Do you see how there's two birds on this one? One's flying. Oh, come on, don't get my face, but the thing. One's flying above and one's flying below, right? Then look at these birds. Then they slam into each other as like tension happen as there's a collide. I feel like one is vocalizing where you want to be in the future, and the other one is trying to block that movement forward. That's what this looks like, Scorpio. Like one's flying forward and the other one's like, no, bitch, you can't move forward. That kind of thing. This is interesting. I feel like the bittersweet, I feel it's from the other person's end, not from your end. Like you're going to just, and then they're just going to be like, this is interesting. All right, let me see more on this. They told me all three and three flew out, so I'm going to go for it. See, this is crazy because look, you have the energy of the bridge. I definitely feel like you're moving into another reality, and it's due to some kind of connection that you're making, right? This can be you get an offer for a new job. This can be you get a new friend that opens your mind. This can be you take a course that expands your awareness, but it's creating a bridge between you and another energy on the other side of this huge vast ocean. And I think that's important too, because look at, we have the ocean. And see, I told you that I saw this as not only blue, but also turquoise, or whatever they call that color, indigo or whatever. And that's like for your third eye. And you see two eyes here. I feel very much so you're connecting to a different collective. I know this sounds crazy, like when I'm talking about collective, like you have to think about the world. Okay, this is going to be like a teaching moment, you guys. Okay, Scorpio. So you have to think of the world not like, we're going to do Shrek now, not like a circle, but like an onion. It has layers. Every single layer of the onion represents a different frequency that is present on planet Earth. Like every single instrument in an orchestra. So, some of them are deeper tones, some of them are lighter tones, some go quick, some go slow, some stay for a long time without doing nothing and then clash, they do something, right? The percussions and stuff. So it's like every level of earth depicts this onion. And the deeper you are in the onion, the more compressed you are, the more, I want to say, negative or lower frequency you are. And the further outside the onion, the lighter you are, because there's nothing pressuring you. You are free. And what I'm seeing here is you're moving from one layer of the onion and expanding. And somebody is definitely like, no. And look at, because you're listening to your heart. And this is like, I'm seeing like two rings. In the middle, it looks like two wedding rooms. I never saw that before. Two people in a boat. There's a nest. So like ruffling your nest, taking things care of things, that it's more of you're focusing on you and your partner, and everybody else can go F themselves. Right? And it's like, I'm hearing that song. Listen to your heart when it's calling for you. Listen to your heart. I'm singing terrible. There's nothing else you can do. That's what I'm hearing. And then the rest of the songs, but it's that song, Listen to Your Heart. And you know what? I think this is the first time ever that when I pull them out, I get the three X's, like XXX, XXS, XXX. So, I mean, it's like 30, 30, 30, 30. So you're in the 30s. It's like, I'm feeling like you're moving, you might be in the 30s, but like you're moving forward. You're moving into a different group, a different level. I'm not going to say that this is going to be easy, because sometimes when you're moving into a different level, you're going to get a lot of jelly people talking a lot of schmack. And maybe that's the collision, and that's the bittersweet, because you finally got what you wanted, but at the same time, all these people are being salty when you thought they were going to be on your side. And then we have antimony, and we have spring. This is interesting. First of all, I think something's going to happen for you in spring that's going to create this lone wolf energy. It's a big change in your position, because I do feel 5 here. So 5 for me is being accepted somewhere else, change of position, a new storyline for you. I also see the mirror that I've seen in another alchemy deck, that it's kind of like, mirror being figuring out the game of the matrix, and realizing that how you see yourself and how you see your surroundings is how everybody will react towards you. So once you start shifting that, you can change the way people react to you. Hold on, let me look up what anatomy is for alchemy. Okay, you guys, I thought this was really interesting, so I just wanted to read it for you. It says here, this is considered the wolf. And again, I'm feeling lone wolf. This is something that you're going to go by yourself in this journey. And it's not saying you're not going with the partner, because I do see your heart being there, being that you're going to go with your significant other, but I don't think it's with everybody else, is what I can tell you. And it says the wolf symbolizes the untamed animal aspect of the human nature, the ego with its desire and shadows. To pass through the jaws of the wolf was to endure trials, purgation, and suffering, after which the soul would remerge clarified like gold refined by the fire. So if you were thinking about that, it's kind of like that Bible thing that's saying that God refines you by the fire. I think that 2026 Scorpio might seem a little bit harsh, because you're going to be flying solo, and you're entering into like a new dimension with a new group of people, because you finally connected to them. But in the same token, in going in this journey, what is going to happen to you also is that you're going to go through trials, and you're going to go through tribulations, and you're going to go through struggles and things like that, because you're being refined by the fire, right? Every tension that you might experience, every time you say no, every time you assert yourself, every time you move forward, every single time you feel like you want to go to sleep or you want to take a break or you've just had it, that's when you start getting refined by the fire, because you're like, no, I'm not going to give up. No, I'm not going to go quietly into the night. And every single no is a rising up of the self, a refinement of who you are, what you stand for, what makes you you. And that's what I'm seeing here, because you're creating a new family tree. You're, if I was saying anything, you are kind of doing some generational curse breaking or a generational trauma breaking in such a way that you will ruffle a few feathers. You're going to collide, because that's the reason their generational trauma and generational curses continue, because people rather bow down, take a knee, right? Rather than fighting for what they know is correct for them. Okay, this is interesting because this has reminded me of my birthday. So my husband took us to medieval times, and there's this package where they knight you. And in the package, it says that you have to kneel before the king so that he can knight you. And my husband read that and he said, yeah, I'm not going to waste money on that, because Zaida does not kneel for anyone. And I mean, yes, but that's something I defined for myself, and it didn't come easy, because before I was always at somebody's knees or right before and below their feet. And it took a really long time for me to know my worth, to be able to say I kneel for no one. I mean, there was a joke for a while that I was telling my family members. I'm like, they can break my knees and they can know that I'm on my knees not because I want to be. I'm standing in my spirit, because the only reason I'm on my knees is because they broke them. So I'm just saying, sometimes there has to be this internal animal that has to turn on. And it's the animal that will consume all the shadow that is around you, that limits you, the imperfections that limit you from being you. And again, this is very much the mouth. And this is speaking up. I think you're going to get a little spicy, my Scorpios, just a side note. All right, so let's see January, okay? I'm going to start off with putting the cards down, and then I'll read them for you. I'm going to get a little bit funny with my throat, because first of all, this is a reading about the throat. But secondly, the sage is going. I needed to clear the space. There was this funny energy here. Second one is the Four of Swords. Then the Temperance card. There is the Two of Pentacles. There's the Four of Pentacles. And there's the Moon card in the end. That's not being able to see something clearly. And that makes sense because of the Two of Wands. The bottom of the deck, we have Three of Wands. Three of Wands is talking about adventuring and trying something different and new to be able to move forward. I feel like you're dealing with at least 4 people. Okay? There might be alcohol involved in the situation, or problems with some kind of addiction. I don't know why that's really stood out for me. And there is this internal turmoil as if you should end this connection with these people, or if you should continue moving forward with them. And right now, the thing in balance is your balance. You're feeling a safety, security, moving forward, just feeling like you can handle things and you can move things from being dark into light, blah, blah, blah. And right now, everything is up in the air as to how this is going to work out. Like, I don't feel that at this point in your life, and I don't feel in January either, you're going to feel really safe or secure as to how this is going to move forward. I do see this energy of the Four of Pentacles where there's a lot you're holding in, and there's a lot you're hiding, okay? Because I'm seeing the Moon card. So I feel like you're keeping whatever this is kind of secret. You're holding it close to your chest. You're not letting anybody know. And the reason why is because you're not you're not ready to make that final decision yet. I hope you understand. It's kind of like, like you have some ideas as to how you want to move forward. Wow. And we have the World card. You're definitely moving into a new reality. And this new place that you're moving into, and like I said, it can't just be a new mindset, a new reality, a new place of work, a new friend group, etc. This new place, I feel like once you figure out how good it feels outside that like friend group or family group or work group, the 4 individuals, the decision is clear for you. But right now it's still up in the air. You're a little reserved about everything, and you're keeping everything close to your chest because you're really not sure how this is going to move forward. That's interesting. I'm feeling a lot of hesitation when I'm doing your reading. Like, I don't know what I should say, what I shouldn't say, what sounds right, what doesn't sound right, like how I should proceed in the conversations that I want to take with you. So if I'm feeling like that, and I wasn't feeling like that before, that must be you. And what I'm seeing here is that there's a new way of thinking and a new direction you're planning on going in your life, but you're holding back from letting anybody know because you're not sure how this is all going to play out with everybody. There's some reservations here as to how you're going to move forward, Scorpio. All right. February. Let's see if this gives me a little bit more clarification. Ace of Wands. 9 of Wands. King of Swords. 9 of Swords. 5 of Swords. I don't think that you're really sure what you're going to do with it in February either. 10 of Swords. That is not you. This is not you. So the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Wands. This is you. Because there is a heavy burden you are carrying, right? Because we started, should I stay? Should I go? Should I tell him? Should I not? Should I say this? Should I not? Is it going to be worth it if I talk about this or not? One of those situations on January. Then we have, and this is the whole tension I'm feeling for 2026, right? And what I'm seeing here is that right now you're deciding to take an action. And the action is that you're going to break down this barrier, this wall, this keeping your mouth shut energy, and you're going to speak your truth. That's the King of Swords. But when you speak your truth, you're going to speak it in a very educated way. You're going to be very precise. There's going to be a lot of information that you have available. In other words, you're going to get all your ducks in a row before you open the door to speak to this individual or the situation that you're going to be confronting. And then what I'm seeing is that once you do, the other party is going to feel stuck in their heads, because they're not going to be sure what to do. They're going to feel defeated and betrayed, and they're going to feel stabbed in the back. And you know that. And I think that that's the reason why you've been apprehensive to say what you have to say. So I feel like what you're doing in January is like putting yourself in like a stable situation before you reveal everything. And when you reveal everything, then it's gonna make this person be in their feelings. Yep, this is somebody from the past. This person's gonna so be in their feelings, or this situation, like the people involved are gonna be in their feelings because they're gonna think it's unfair. They're gonna feel uneasy. They're gonna do whatever because how dare you, or I can't believe, or you fill in the blank, because they always have a reason. They always are the good guy and you're always the bad guy, so whatever. All right, look at, I picked up the deck and it's a 5 of Wands. It's already conflict. Crazy with the breadcrumb. There's definitely a breadcrumb around here. Okay, I see the 3 of Wands again. So let's find out what's going to happen for you for March, okay? The defeated energy is still here. So this is them feeling defeated and betrayed and rejected. All by myself. Hermit card. Devil in reverse. Sounds like a them problem. Judgment in reverse. Magician in reverse. Oh, this person is definitely, this person was coasting on you. And the Strength upright. This, I think, is the only card that's you, the Strength upright in March. The bottom of the deck, the Moon card. This is what you were hiding, or there's more that's going to be revealed in April about work and about something you're leaving behind, and because you're very wise and moving forward. So first of all, there is 6 cards on the table, and from the 6 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards are major arcanas. March for you is an extremely major month. This is going to be a very impactful month. Look at, I divided the deck, and it's like when your ships come to sail, where you're going to take that opportunity. And what I'm seeing here is that person that felt stabbed in the back, they're going to feel all by themselves. And there's the Devil in reverse, but you're not tied down to them anymore. They can be in their feelings all you want, as long as the Devil is upside down and you're not committed to them anymore. It's like you're free. And when you're free, that creates a situation for them where Judgment is in reverse and the Magician is in reverse. That, for me, tells me that all the darkness that they sent towards you returns back to them. All of it. All the lies, the deceit, the action, whatever they did, it's all coming back to them. And then it ends everything with you being in the Strength card. That is you confronting this demon. In other words, this was probably a person that reflected an inner wound that you had. These people, this individuals, whatever it is, because it's like up to 4 people, okay? They were your wound. They were the thing that kept happening to you your whole entire life. They were the thing that made you feel insecure. They made you feel doubtful. They probably gaslit you your entire life, etc. They did that. And you finally were able to confront that darkness. And you were able to say, I'm no longer going to allow this to happen to me again. I'm not going to bend down. So it's been a minute since I used my affirmation decks, but I feel like using them now. So I'm going to pull one of these. I'll read the front and then the back, and it's the final message for you guys. Come on, the cards are being funny. Come on. So we got 2. One of them. I am at ease and happy when I am on my own. That's the wolf. In the back of the deck, it says, they always say that time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself. Andy Warhol. In other words, whoever this is, this person's not going to change. Whoever's involved in this situation, this is who they are. They like to be this person, and they like to be in this drama, and they're not going to change. The only person that gets to change here is you. And you decide if you want to stay in the situation or you want to move forward. And then I have all it takes to make my dreams a reality. I've gotten this one before in these readings. Come on, don't be stupid. Come on. I think it wants it to listen to the candle. Okay. And then it has, all you need is a plan, the roadmap, and the courage to press on to your destination, which is interesting because the courage part, that is a Strength card. You know, they say courage is not the absence of fear, but confronting fear, even though, doing it anyway, even though you have the fear, right? That's when you know a person's courageous. When you're scared, when you're unsure, where you feel insecure, but you're like, but I know this is right. And though I might mess up, I'm going to keep going forward because I know this is the right way to go. And that's what I am going to tell you. You know, this is the right way to go. I feel like whatever this is, there is like some kind of emotional attachment there, or there might be some memories, or you might just be a highly empathetic person and you don't want them to hurt. But the reality is, you know, you didn't plan this person's destiny. They did it themselves with their actions and their behaviors and with their selfishness. So there you go. All right. I hope this helps.